Where have you been, my blue-eyed son? Where have you been, my darling young one? I've stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. I've walked and I've crawled on 6 crooked highways. I've stepped in the middle of 7 sad forests. I've been out in front of a dozen dead oceans. Been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard. And it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, and it's hard, it's hard, rain's gonna fall. And what did you see, my blue-eyed son? What did you see, my darling young one? Saw a newborn baby with wild wolves all around me. Saw a highway of diamonds with nobody on it. I saw a black branch with blood that kept dripping. Saw a room full of men with their hammers a bleeding. I saw a white ladder all covered with water. Saw 10,000 talkers whose tongues are all broken. Saw guns and sharp swords in the hands of young children. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, rains are gonna fall. What did you hear, my blue-eyed son? And what did you hear, my darling young one? Heard the sound of a thunder, it roared out a warning. Heard the roar of a wave that could drown the whole world. Heard 100 drummers whose hands were blazing. Heard 10,000 whispering and nobody listening. Heard one person starve, heard many people laughing. Heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. Heard the sound of a clown who cried in the alley. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, rain's gonna fall. And who did you meet, my blue-eyed son? Who did you meet, my darling young one? I met a young child beside a dead pony. I met a white man who walked a black dog. I met a woman whose body was burning. I met a young girl, she gave me a rainbow. I met one man who was wounded with a lot of hatred. I met another man who was wounded with love. And it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, rain's gonna fall. And what'll you do now, my blue-eyed son? And what'll you do now, my darling young one? I'm a-going back out for the rain starts a-falling. I'll walk to the depths of the deepest black forest. where the people are many and their hands are all empty, where the pellets of poison are flooding their waters, where the home in the valley meets the damp, dirty prison, where the executioner's face is always well hidden, where hunger is ugly, where souls are forgotten, where black is the color, where none is the number. I'll tell it and think it and speak it and breathe it, and reflect it from the mountain so all souls can see it. Then I'll stand on the ocean until I start sinking, but I'll know my song well before I start singing. It's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain. It's gonna fall. That was A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall by Bob Dylan, one of his early numbers. And don't worry too much about exactly what it's about. I know when I was in my 20s, I was trying to suss that out, but I think I'll tell you the truth. Lyrics, of course, are poetry, and Mr. Dylan was a good poet. And he was of the imagist variety, you know, like William Carlos Williams. You could think, oh, he owes some stuff to, you know, T.S. Eliot, Ezra Pound, as he said in one of his songs once, Verlaine and Rimbaud. You know, those are the kind of people he liked to write lyrics similar to. I don't know how well he succeeded, but at any rate, it's giving you images to contemplate. Don't worry about what it's really about. I used to think all sorts of things. Now I kind of just go with it. Anyway, if you like that song, please hit like. You can click the bell if you want to know when I've posted something else, or just subscribe. I mean, it's free. What the heck? The worst you're going to get is a little notice on your phone that says, well, Stevie went and posted something else. It'll say, songs I like to sing, posted something else. So anyway, whichever you decide to do, I hope to see you next time. So, bonne journée, au revoir, et bye.